For the past 25 years, a wrought iron railing the color of blood has kept rising on top of what before was just a short, symbolic, ranch-style fence line like this one, or with a little bit of barbed wire or chain link separating the United States and Mexico.
Cuando yo era niña creciendo en una frontera entre Agua Prieta y Douglas,
When I was a child growing up at the border between Agua Prieta and Douglas, this wall didn't exist. There was just a small wired fence. It wasn't dangerous or authoritative.
The next fence they put up after the chain link was a solid fence. So we couldn't see Mexico. It was like, wow, I know it's there, I can hear it. but couldn't see it. And then they put up this fence. I think it was in 2010, somewhere in there.
In a few years, the harmless fence turned into a sinister 30-feet steel wall with strings of concertina wire stretched towards the sky, covering about 800 miles of a 2,000-mile border. The militarized structure harms some of the richest wildlife communities and oldest human settlements in North America.
este muro creo que es
This wall is a combination of ignorance, waste of money, and negativity.
Why have a multi-million-dollar wall of which 1 mile would have financed our school district for decades?
I think that the border between the United States and Mexico represents the shittiest possible border. It is like the border with Gaza or the border with North Korea. It's a border that says, we're good and you're evil.
Every day since the wall has been standing, people on both sides have been traveling to meet, talk, eat, touch hands, and even kiss through the openings in the iron bars.
Me ha tocado ver gente que viaja.
I saw people traveling for hours to get to the wall and others coming from the U.S., Tucson, Phoenix, and further to meet here. And they spent all day here talking through the wall.
Me impacta más cuando de repente vienes caminando.
It impacts me when I come walking and see a family handing each other food and coffee through the bars instead of being able to hug one another. Or when I see the guys graduating on the side and their parents watching them from the other side.
The wall also cuts through the tribal homelands of at least 7 Native American nations in the U.S., including the Tohono O'odham, the Yaqui, the Kumeyaay, the Kukapa, and more, and 8 indigenous peoples in Mexico, separating members from their relatives, sacred sites, and natural environment. As philosopher Isaac Newton used to say, we build too many walls and not enough bridges. In Nogales, I'm Natasha, reporting.